All right, so before we get on to what is a solution, we first need to know what it means to be soluble. Okay, and solubility is one of the physical properties of matter, along with the states of matter. And we've talked about conductivity, and we've also talked about relative density. And of course, we've talked about mass in detail. Um, so, solubility is the second to last one that we need to talk about, along with magnetism. And so, soluble, what does that mean? Well, soluble means the ability of a substance to dissolve in a liquid. And so, this word dissolve, all right, that just means to cause to disappear or disperse. And if I disperse something, I'm spreading it out throughout. Okay. Um, okay. So now that we talked about that, there are some things that are soluble. Um, some mixtures, like salt and water. Okay. What is that? Well, that becomes salt water. And we also have sugar and H2O, and that becomes sugar water, or depending on the ratio. And if you did not know this, uh, so 1/4 to 1 cup of water, that is hummingbird food. Okay, that is the nectar that hummingbirds eat. All right, so the opposite of soluble is, and I'm just going to branch out over here, is insoluble. Okay, and that just basically means the substance cannot dissolve in a liquid. All right. Some examples of that, and a big one is sand and water. Oh, sorry, misspelled water. Another one that we saw today, or yesterday, I guess, as you're listening to this and I'm recording it, was oil and water. Okay. All right. So, what is a solution? Okay. Well, the first thing that we need to do, we need to write down the definition of a solution. And a solution is a type of mixture in which one substance dissolves in another substance. All right, so this word dissolves. All right. What does that mean? And so here's this word dissolves again. And what are we talking about? Well, we are talking about whether it is soluble or not. All right, some examples of a solution. Well, we've talked about a couple of them already. We have salt water. We also have hummingbird food. Which you didn't know, hummingbirds are migrating right now. So if you want to put out a feeder, if you have one at home, pretty sure they are going to be coming to our area in masses as they travel to Central America and South America. So another solution we have, let's just say Dr. Pepper because that's really the only soda I drink. Another solution, coffee or tea. Those are all solutions. Um, and one big one, which we might not think about, is air. Okay? Air is made up of mostly nitrogen, oxygen, CO2, and other gases. Okay? And air is a solution. It's all around us. All right? It's one that we don't need to overlook. You can keep listing other examples if you can think of some. Maybe write those down as well. Okay. Some non-examples of solution. Well, we have sand and water. Okay. We also have that fruit salad that we talked about in our mixture. That is not a solution. Okay. Some other examples. Well, another solution would be our trail mix. All right, that is a mixture that is not a solution because it is made up of a lot of other things and those do not dissolve into each other. Um, this is probably a big one, the sand and water that people just don't really get because they think sand dissolves in water, but it really doesn't. Okay. If you think about being at the beach, the sand is on the beach. It doesn't dissolve into the water. All right. The ocean carries the sediment and it washes ashore. Okay. So if we were drawing a picture, all right, and this is where my drawing skills are put to the test, and hopefully yours will be put to the test too. I'm just drawing a cup, and I'm going to. I like the cool blue Gatorade. All right, so I'm just gonna make a blue substance. All right, and it is full of Gatorade. All right, so if we were to make this perfect, okay, kind of like how I had the glycerin in our density tower, okay, that was a solution. All right. Um, the blue dye is evenly spread throughout. You can't tell the difference of the different things, the different ingredients that are in a bottle of Gatorade. Okay. And still making it perfect. Not going to do it because I didn't change the size of the tip of this. All right. So, anyways, hope that kind of helps. If you will, just around the edge, if you will cut it and you can fold it. We're going to do a couple of other things at the bottom. All right, so below our flap right here, if you'll fold here, okay, we are going to write some other things that I will put on the next slide, okay? All right, so some characteristics that we need to talk about of a solution. All right, so has the same composition, and we're not talking about writing, we're talking about what it is made up of throughout. Another characteristic, it involves something being dissolved. And this is what separates a solution from a mixture, okay? Not all solutions are mixtures. All right, so involves something being dissolved. All right, and then our last point. All right, we made, let me erase that. Made of two or more substances, which that is one thing it has in common with a mixture. All right, so I hope that this helps you get a grasp on a mixture and solution. Hopefully this is a review somewhat of what you have done last year. And please refer to these notes and get them glued into your journal, and you can move on to the next thing. Okay? All right. I hope y'all take care. If you have any questions, shoot me an email or send me a Google chat, and I will try to answer it at my earliest available moment. Y'all take care and enjoy the 4-day weekend.